man that would tell you what you want to hear is a very dangerous man. They just said Ace Metaphor was smashing the whole crew. If you don't know who Ace Metaphor is, he's a panda bear. Man that panders to get what he wants speaks to you just like this right here.
Stop letting these men play in your face as if you're not beautiful, as if you're not worth it, as if there is a man right now praying to God to eventually meet you. You are somebody's he who finds a good thing.
Wow.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
And the whole time, he's full of shit. I had an OG on here, right? His name was Pastor Poppy Don. He would pander just to get, he would pander just to get women. And it would be beautiful women too. Like, he would show me how he gets down. And I'm like, damn, all right, OG, I see you. But it's all a master plan to get you to sleep with them.
Wow.
It's that easy. All common sense. Most men think the same. So if you have a man coming out the woodworks just saying some outlandish bullshit like, oh, and just telling you what you want to hear, you have to be like, okay, he's on to something. Like, he has a plan and he's going to execute. You know what I'm saying? The power of the tongue is crazy. But most men think the same, just like most women think the same. So don't sit here and just believe anything a man says. The thing with Ace Metaphor is Ace Metaphor has 1 million followers, right, on TikTok. Pastor Poppy Don, he had like 700,000. If you want to make it in social media, man or woman, if you're a man, pander to the women. If you're a woman, pander to the men. Just say what the opposite gender wants to hear, and you will make it on the internet. I've seen it time and time again.
You know what I just thought of? If you think of like where AI is going, imagine if somebody did like some sort of satire page of just pandering. Anybody could do it. But they could be whole accounts of men online, all AI driven, just pandering to women. And you know, once that happens, because the vulnerability with the panders is eventually those sweet lies get exposed, right? They're telling you there's some man out there, you're never going to have problems, you can have everything you want. And they're not telling you that some of you are going to deal with cheating, right? Some of you love cheaters. And some of you are going to not get married if you don't change who you are as a person. And for the men who are like, oh, coffee's toxic, those guys over there are just so negative. No, you're going to realize that a woman does care about your status to an extent, right? You can't be a bum. You have to implement self-improvement when it comes to the dating market. Eventually, the truth gets exposed out here, and you have to figure out what you're willing to deal with as a woman or as a man. That's just the reality of life. But that's too real. It's uncomfortable. I know you don't like it. Far left field idea here. I think in the future, bro, we will probably see AI do the pandering instead. Like some big, swole, Derek Jackson looking AI dude who's over there giving dating advice. Everything's going to be okay. You will find the love. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. And the good thing about that is he will never cheat because he's not real. He's not living in the real life. And for that to be the only way you can get a panderer to actually last long enough to not get exposed, for him to not actually be living in real life, then that should show you that the delusion is strong. It's strong. Let's keep listening.
Am I surprised that Ace Metaphor is moving how he moves and is getting exposed for it? No. It happens over and over. It's just like that Yada Awakening dude. He makes a bag off of telling women what they want to hear. Bash men, make the women seem like the good ones. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. It doesn't matter. That's how they do it.
Let's check out a few comments. This female commenter says, he always gave corny, pick me in quotation vibes, never fell for it. Somebody else here added, Trip is the only real guy on there. Ace is a simp male. This next female commenter says, men are predatory by nature. I always say that nothing a man says or does is genuine, honest, or without motive. Good guys are just bad guys that are great at masking their behavior. And so this woman here classifies all men as predatory. And so she probably believes that women, usually in most cases, are more genuine about their true intentions. So let's talk about this real quick. Why would women, and especially attractive women, because they say it a lot, think that men are liars? Well, it's because men figure out very quickly, especially if they're willing to do whatever it takes to get what they want from women, that telling women the truth is the fastest road to failure in the dating market. They realize very quickly that you telling a woman the truth about your intentions, who you are, being too open, is what they say they want, but don't necessarily respond to it. And I'm not talking about like the plain old lies, right? And chicks do this too. Now, I'm not talking about, oh, I've never done this before. This is my first time. Hello, bodies. Or the guy who's like, yeah, I'm looking for something serious, claps your cheeks and runs the first chance he gets. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the real shit, like looking a woman in the eyes and saying, hey, the real reason why I've been dating you for this long, haven't been taking you seriously, is because you're combative, you're too fat, right? If you lost 50 pounds, I might take you seriously and not just date you for fun. This is the truth. Guys don't say this, but they'll deal with these women and feed them sweet nothings, being like, well, why is it like, I don't get where are we going, blah, blah, blah. You're combative. You're too promiscuous. You slept with me a little bit too early. I see how you think. You're a feminist. And he will play that game the same way a lot of the chicks will come into the relationship, refusing to accept reality, denying that those things matter. Because they know if they tell you the truth about what they expect, instead of listening to them, you're going to label that as, oh, you must not like me, you're toxic, misogynistic. And so what happens? Then most men just decide, you know what? I'm not even going to bother with it, because every time I tell a chick like this the truth, they just don't listen. In fact, they get worse. And so these chicks go from guy to guy, and once in a blue moon, a dude serves them coffee, tells them the real, and they still don't want to accept the truth. Here's somebody else who says Ace is Derek Jackson Part 2.
I heard Ace metaphors for everybody. He told y'all though. You know what's funny? The ones y'all hate for real, the ones y'all can't stand, me, Benny, essentially married men who don't really care for female validation online, so pissing y'all off it don't really register. We told y'all when a man is just sweet talk, all he do is get on and talk straight to women.
Right.
He don't never give anything from a male perspective ever. He's a man. No, it makes sense for a woman to agree with woman shit most of the time. It makes sense for a male to agree with male shit most of the time. That's why even the trip guy with the trip guy, right? He's very soft spoken when it comes to the ladies. But if you listen to him, he's always speaking from the perspective of a man. His viral clips is always like, look, I feel you, but let me tell you how we think it. Because why would a man get online every day, talk straight to women from a female's perspective? He doesn't even know. Like, you can understand women, but you don't know what's going through a woman's mind. When you hear men getting on here trying like tell you what you're really thinking and why he's really doing this, that, and the third, it turns out bad. Always. He literally, guys who get online and do that, they're just looking for the ladies to go, yeah, they love that female validation. Don't get me wrong. Right. I'll agree with the ladies here and there and here. But I'm always going to talk from the male perspective. How could I not? That's where I'm the most knowledgeable. Cuz get online every day. It's not you. Yeah, you got 3 kids by 4 different men. He just not ready for that commitment because he's not a real man. Huh? That's type shit he say. And y'all thought he was a good person. I could tell you off top he was stupid. I could tell you he was stupid. But nah, we hating.
Right.
We hating. We just big fat meanie head. Man, watch the out. Boy. Y'all would share that shit like, oh, look what he said. This the truth. Are you dumb?
Here's what's funny about that too, because he said something there about, I know a male's experience. You have people who say things like, oh, you're biased. I'm like, yeah, I am biased. Why would I not be biased? Anybody would be biased because of their own lived experience. You don't know the experiences of others. Like, I can't properly detail what a woman goes through, like to as well as a woman probably could when she's dealing with men. But I can explain that dynamic from a man's perspective, how it's seen based on the men that value the same things that I value here on the Coffee Pod. So there is a bias in that, and I've said that plenty of times.
He the type that agree with the bear. You know what I'm saying? I understand why these ladies picked the bear. Huh. Shit, they should want to be in the forest with a bear. Like, I get why all the women said bear. They talking from the female perspective. Y'all should get why all the men said man. Cause girl, ain't nobody trying to hurt you. Bears is scary to me. You see how like a conversation like man versus bear, right? How we were totally split. It made sense for real. If you think about it, it made sense. We understood what y'all was saying, but I'm not about to sympathize and act like I'm more dangerous than a bear. Baby, I ain't dangerous to you. I don't even want to talk to you. So I'm gonna talk from that perspective because you're not about to act like I'm as dangerous as a bear. But when the ladies say, man, a weird man in the woods, I don't want to get raped and da 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 da, I feel you. I understand what you were talking about. Yeah, but I'm gonna ignore that bullshit. Ace though, yeah, ladies, I understand, right? Because I and every other man on earth is just as dangerous as a bear. You know what I'm saying? We're worse than bears. We're worse than bears. Yo, it's stupid, yo.
All right, that's that. Let's check out a few comments here in response to that. Lots of facts spoken right there. This top comment says, I agree 100%. Ace metaphor, Derek Jackson. The list goes on. Here's somebody else who says, all girl called him Mojo Jojo, and I can't unsee it. I've seen those videos with the Keita chick, Keita Rose, I think her name is, calling him Mojo Jojo. Somebody else here added, all that pandering gonna come to light every time, with the laughing emoji and exclamation mark. It's just a matter of time. Somebody else here added, all he did was pander. Trip is that dude though.
I know it ain't who I think it is. It's okay to be upfront about that, but understand, just because you are transparent don't mean I want to with you afterwards. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Captain Panda Bear, this is the that got the Tonight conversation and causing an abusive environment for his panel guests. What?
If you guys don't know who this is, what's funny is I wouldn't know who this is if it wasn't for some of my family and stuff like that who watches Love is Blind. And I actually covered his whole situation in the past. But that's where he's from. The dude's name is Clay. And on the show, he didn't marry the chick on the show. And, you know, a lot of people got on him, including Ace Metaphor, took the opportunity to kind of leverage the show's virality at the time to propel his platform and spoke on Clay right here.
Not Captain Panda Bear. No way he is trying to be abusive and sleeping with his panel guests. No way. Not his lame ass. Oh, Ace, you thought I forgot about you, buddy. Oh, roll the clip. Roll the clip. That's the problem. People think that just because you are honest about your red flags and traumas that you got to stick there. You tell me you a serial cheater and you afraid to cheat and everybody in your life has cheated like you on Love is Blind and your name is Clay. And I'm not. Did you see the women in that crowd? Yes. Yes. I don't need who's going to tell me what he struggles with? Then Ace going to be like, yes, queen, you need a like me.
That's funny. That's funny.
Lame, bro. First time I saw the Ace Metaphor clip, I said, who is this goofy? How does he have the right to come over here and act like he's the voice of men to articulate to women? This never been in a room, bro. I could tell when ain't never been in a room. That's why sometimes I can't stand the internet, bro. It be having a bunch of charlatans, bro. Bunch of people who ain't never did nothing in their life and now they monetize it like they some type of guru. You want to listen to this like he a guru? That is an opportunist. I even forgot about Ace Metaphor until I saw that the Tonight conversation was having some turmoil. I said, what can this turmoil be, huh? So apparently this Ace Metaphor ain't been paying his talent like they need to be paid. Come to find out, this Ace Metaphor is sleeping with his co-host. He's sleeping with the people on the panel. What? Say it ain't so. I heard that he's being the forbidden N-word, the narcissist. Not Ace.
That's hilarious. Forbidden N-word and narcissist. That's funny. So you guys know the last time I covered this whole thing, I was trying to figure out like, why is it that there's like bits and pieces, and you know, with the Derek Jackson situation, you had Tasha K bringing people who worked with him on the podcast. You had women speaking out, coming from the woodworks left and right, explaining like, yeah, he was clapping my cheeks. Oh, he clapped my cheeks too. He got me too. Just all types of women were coming out just to expose Derek Jackson, including his wife eventually. But in this situation, it looks like there was some serious legal preparation and NDAs that were signed. That's what we're hearing. right? And that's why there's not as many people speaking out. With that being said, to an extent, like this is laughable, but at the end of the day, I try to find the larger lesson in all this stuff because it really could turn into like this whole gossip situation. But the lesson in this particular episode is very obvious, is that the truth will eventually get revealed if you're out here lying and pandering.
Tell me the guy who empowers women to choose better men, to choose yourselves, is taking advantage of the women he works with? Ladies, I gotta say this. It's y'all fault. I gotta stop giving these power. They gonna abuse it every time. They never was those guys. You gotta stop empowering men that were never him. They gonna have their get back. They remember when you wasn't choosing them back in the day. They remember that. They are just utilizing your resources to build whatever empire they want. It's to pander to y'all pockets and also put a little knife in the to take his women. You know what I'm saying? Because them be resentful over others. Stop falling for these pander bears. Stop falling for them, man. They calling this Mojo Jojo. I don't even know why she calling him Mojo Jojo. That's hilarious. I'm with you, Keita. Yeah, get that out of here.
This is Ace Metaphor. Actually, no, wait, that's Derek Jackson. This is Ace Metaphor. Actually, no, that's Pastor Poppy. Now, let me try this one more time. This is Ace Metaphor from the live podcast show, Tonight's Conversation. This show is basically like The View or a daytime talk show meets a live panel at night, and all they talk about is dating. That's what this show is. Or was. This show is done. Tonight's conversation is now yesterday's rumor. So why is Mojo Jojo relevant? Because this guy, like this guy, and this guy built a platform on pandering towards women. And if you know anything about guys who build platforms on pandering towards women, you know where this story is going. Long story short, bro was running through them hoes. All that yapping he was yapping towards women, he was not standing on that shit. When the drama of all of that started coming out, it surprised no man on planet Earth. Y'all consistently fall for these pandering accounts. Y'all want to be in an echo chamber so bad. Bro was telling y'all sweet nothings. He was just telling y'all shit y'all wanted to hear. Like Professor Rex from the X-Men did not stand on a damn thing. Now, this wasn't the singular drama that brought an end to tonight's conversation. I'm just saying, us dudes, we saw this shit from a mile away. Not a single dude was shocked when this news dropped.
All right, that's it, man. That's it. What do you guys think? Of course, leave your thoughts and comments down below. Listen, to my soon-to-be married or currently engaged men, head over to fathershaverights.com. Get yourself the #1 guide to drafting a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement. You can get it for free for a limited time with the offer code REVIEW. We are building up a pretty strong enrollment right now. A lot of people are getting up in there, and that's what's up. Also, consider joining Brew Brothers. You can catch the most recent post in there, which was an introduction to cryptocurrency featuring crypto analyst Tristan Gardner. We go into detail about a lot of different things, what cryptocurrency is, why cryptocurrency matters, getting started with crypto, investing strategies, coins to watch out for. You know, I have to be clear about this. We're not talking about any investment opportunities that we have or benefit from whatsoever. This is simply an introduction because the people within the community were interested in this type of information. And so we decided to provide it. I brought a good friend in there and somebody who I know has been studying the crypto market for the past 7 years. Appreciate you guys. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.